Welcome back to AM Northwest. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And while we hear a lot about the disease and treatments, we don't always talk about the mental toll it can take on a patient. Here to share more on that aspect of breast cancer, we welcome holistic healer and mental health expert, Cristina Dam. Good morning, Cristina.
Good morning. Thanks for having me today.
You bet. I can't even imagine. I mean, the people and the mental health that we're experiencing right now, I mean, with COVID is so much to take on. Can you imagine being diagnosed with breast cancer during this time and dealing with all of that? It's got to be really difficult.
It's extremely difficult. And, it's important to have that awareness of how much mental health impacts us all of the time and how important it is, but especially at the times when you get diagnosed with such a serious diagnosis and illness as breast cancer, and whether that's you personally or having that be one of your friends, family members, or loved ones. And our mindset and how we think about things and how we process things will be how we have the strength to cope,
right?
How we deal with the experiences, and also whether our belief systems can support us in the recovery or whether our belief systems are actually hindering our recovery.
What are some of the struggles you're seeing people go through right now?
Well, when people get in and go through a diagnosis, and again, it's people that are having and going through this as a result of their family member or loved one going through this too.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just as much important for all of those people. Now, what you see is you see two major things: the emotional spectrum that somebody goes through, whether it's shock, fear, guilt, shame, loss. And then also what I was just touching on is the belief systems. And those two are the battle that is going on within somebody. And it's having them cope with those emotions and then also making sure that the belief system is supporting and allowing them to know that this isn't, the end of the rope. This can be a new beginning.
I guess I need to have you find out, or have you tell me what you mean by belief system.
So belief systems, there are, when somebody gets a diagnosis, maybe there's a precondition inside of your mind that says, getting cancer means I'm going to have a shorter lifespan, or getting cancer means that it's the end of the rope, or whatever, right? Or somebody can say, this is just a wake-up call for me to take better care of myself, or to really prioritize the things that are important for me in my life.
Yeah, that makes sense. How do you help women deal with loss of identity? Because breast cancer, you can lose a breast, you can lose your hair, and those are big losses.
Those are huge losses. And the biggest thing that I help people do is remind them that there's so much more than any part of their self. It's bringing back the awareness to them as a holistic person and saying that these parts of you don't depict or define you. But then it's also having the awareness of not focusing on what you've lost, but what you've gained. Because oftentimes going through and losing those, whether it's your hair, whether it's a breast, whether it's something, you do that so that you can gain recovery, right? And so if you focus instead on that will shift everything.
Yeah. I would think it would be really hard, even harder or more difficult for younger women, because when you lose that at such an early age, you can't, that's a lot for a younger woman to take on. And then you lose your physical capabilities, often upper body strength, or just your physical capabilities. You lose a lot. So how do you handle that?
Well, again, this is all about rebuilding and allowing somebody to say, okay, yes, you're losing a lot, but how do we look at what in your life is working for you? What is this allowing for you to focus on? What gift is this giving you? Because remember, everything in life, if you can change your mindset, instead of poor me, this is happening to me, how is this serving me? Now, that's really hard when you're going through such a serious illness or, losing aspects. But if you can mindset that and say, there's a benefit, whether this is teaching me something, whether this is causing me to appreciate things that I've taken for granted, whether that is allowing me to, move forward and spend more time with the people that I love, whatever that is. And that's the biggest thing, that it's about focusing on the positive. Okay. It's about shifting to that.
How do you stay in the positive state? What tips can you give us?
So there's so many tips to stay in the positive state, but the biggest one is to stay out of the negative. Now, what do I exactly mean by that is that we all have had these experiences of going down the negative rabbit hole. And this can be applied for anybody, no matter what, whether you're dealing with these struggles or not.
Right.
And the moment that you have that happen, it's about getting out of your mind. And the simplest, easiest way is to get up and move. Shake it off, go for a walk, stretch, anything that puts you in your body, and that will get you out of your head. And then in a conscious state, you can allow yourself to say, what do I want to focus on instead? What am I grateful for? Finding gratitude in just the little things each and every day and the appreciation of life will make a huge impact on everything for you.
Cristina, great tips. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.